Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another bout of Half-Life 3 hype! Otherwise known as a Warframe video, woo! The Empyrean is finally coming, and it starts with the Rising Tide. In this video, we're going to be going into all the details in regards to this first installment of the Empyrean, which should be soon, TM, question mark? Please don't make it last another 5 years. Either way, this video will cover all the elements you'll need to know to start up the construction of your Empyrean, all the details that go into it, and with reference to people like Tactical Potato, who got a nice behind-the-scenes look at things, we'll be giving you all the relevant details about materials, costs, and where you got to put your stuff to make this work. So to start things off, to actually begin your endeavor with getting the Drydock and actually starting any of these quests in the first place, you need to have done the second dream. I mean, it's a very early quest, and it's nice to see that they're bringing things before the War Within, just to help bulk things out a little bit. But this is going to be a massive element of the game that will unlock a massive variety of new content once the Empyrean is fully released, that is. And it's going to be a massive venture for you to build this and process further, and will open up a variety of different themes of content once that you have fully crafted your Railjack. So long as you've gotten to that point, then you actually have to build the Drydock. Now, this is a massive room. It is possibly one of the biggest rooms in the clan dojo to date. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure it is. So you might want to get your architects or your designers to make sure there is enough room in your clan dojo, or to maybe build out a couple of those little long corridors to make sure you have a large enough space to fit this thing. Go figure, building a spaceship requires a lot of room. Once built, you'll need to start researching Cephalon Psi, which will cost a fair number of mutant mass, detonite injectors, and Fieldron. Cephalon Psi is sort of the go-to progenitor of the initial quest you'll need to be moving on to later, but we'll talk more about that later during the video. Once you've gone through the process of having it researched, assuming your entire clan has come together and definitely helped each other and not sat by idly waiting for you to do all the work, you'll be able to replicate the research for Cephalon Psi, which will then take 5 hours once you have it in your foundry. So you'll just need to go back to your lander, get the resources required, which are not too strenuous. Most of these resources can be obtained by the invasions or just by building them, possibly buying them for platinum. Once crafted, our new Cephalon companion will begin guiding you through the process of building your new shiny Railjack. I have to put my personal opinion out here, but I quite like this guy. Like, really, he's actually really well voiced acted, and there's something about the way he demands I do things that makes me want to go, "Sir, yes, sir!" I mean, we can also have him take over for Cephalon Simodius too, please? Maybe then I'll get that god roll and Rubico I've always been after. So the actual process that Cephalon Psi will put you along is a series of quests, each quest leading towards a different part of the Railjack. Starting with the first one, which is currently the one most of us are doing as of this video, which is for the fuselage. This one being a sort of defense mission which will involve sentients and vombolists in some way or another. Each component requires 12 hours to build, so as of this video, no one would have gotten all of the pieces, but you can sort of guess that most of these quests are going to be some take on a regular mission, where you go in and you'll have some sentient or alternative enemy twist to try and deviate things up a little bit, whether it's defending the part, decrypting something, or anything of that nature. Honestly, for my recommendation, as you will have to do these solo, if you want to make these easy, then make sure you go in with a frame that has an exalted blade or high on defense. So once you have the fuselage, after that you then have the propulsion to go for, the port nacelle, the starboard nacelle, the tail section, and the engine cowling. It is worth noting that none of these parts can be rushed, so you literally have to go for 6 parts of 12 hours, which is probably about 70-ish hours. And once that's all done, it'll then lead you on to finishing your Empyrean Star Destroyer Railjack thing. Now, credits do have to go here to Tactical Potato for this information, as he got an early glimpse of the requirements for what is to come. So whether you're jumping on the bandwagon now or building it later down the line, you'll be looking at this table we'll be showing now for what requirements you need to build each part. So go and give Mr. Tactical Potato a thank you. He's a great content creator, and we have a lot to thank for him in regards to getting all this information early. Not that I'm jealous or anything. In short, each piece is pretty damn expensive. Lots of base resources like detonite injectors, Fieldron, mutant mass, and lots of new resources as well that have come in with this patch, and a bucket load of credits. Like, seriously, you're going to need about 1 million credits per piece, so time to start running them profit takers into index runs, methinks. Really, this is helping to emphasize the idea that this is a clan endeavor, and you definitely want to be utilizing your clan members to make this go better. But that's not to say you can't complete this on your own, as if you have a solo clan, the resources do scale. It's just definitely going to be something that's more evidently pushed towards team endeavors, as the Railjack will evidently be a team-led adventure where you go in with multiple people, not just yourself. Speaking of those new resources, here's a quick little guide on where my suggestions would be to get the new resources so you can plan ahead and how best to farm them before the rest of this patch content comes out. So starting with these new resources, starting with the cubic diodes. These will drop from the shipyard tile set on Ceres from Eximus units. Any mission with high volume of enemies will work well for this. However, I can recommend doing defense or survival, as that you will start getting large amounts of Eximus units after rotation B, i.e. 10 waves or 10 minutes. And what is my best suggestion to this as well is to make sure you go in with as many people as possible, as you'll get more enemies to scale with the amount of people with you. It should go without saying that there are a couple of dark sector missions on each planet, and doing the dark sector missions will often give you a resource booster that will help the influx of these resources. Essence, you should get all the resources you need for each material within 2 runs, assuming you have a booster and a Necros and you have 4 people in your team. Then we have carbides, which are from Europa. Similar to the cubic diodes, these will drop from Eximus units, so similar to the previous ones, you'll be looking at using dark sector missions, or even in something I could recommend with both of these resources, doing invasions at the same time can often benefit you greatly here. That way you can be farming the mutagen mass, the detonite ampules, and the field run that you'll be needing for a lot of these resources in the first place. So trying to synergize this and get as many of your resources together as possible is going to affect your efficiency greatly, as you'll most certainly need a lot of these with the future construction costs you'll be looking at. Pustrels and Copernics are unfortunately not quite as simplistic. These will require you to go mining. We can play Minecraft in Warframe, you guys. Woo, mining diamonds. For the Pustrels, you'll be looking at going to the Plains of Eidolon, and for the Copernics to Orb Valis. If you want my best suggestion for efficient farming, focus on going to the caves and caverns. Run through as many nodes as you can in as quick time as possible, and really look out for the nodes with the bonus tab to them, as that will increase your efficiency quite greatly. So that's the majority of it, guys. It's all pretty damn straightforward, and really this video is more inclined as more of an update to show you all what's coming around the corner and to help prepare you. And I'll be using this sequentially with future videos as more patches come down the line. And hey, we're finally getting Empyrean. More content, guys. Yeah. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, please maybe like, share, subscribe, and do all that Gucci kind of stuff. And if you want to join my fellow gaggle of top hatters here, we do stream every single day, generally speaking, and it'd be great to get you guys involved. There'll be a link to my YouTube, Twitter, and all that Gucci kind of stuff in the description. Please, I'd love to know your thoughts as well, so please use the comment section down below to leave your thoughts on what you think of this new update, what you think's coming, how you think it's all going to be instigated, and maybe even, let's get a game going. What are you going to call your Railjack when it's done? What weird JoJo references are you going to give it? Me, I'm probably going to call mine, I don't know. Have you guys got phones? Maybe, I don't know, whatever meme is relevant at the time, I suppose. So thank you for watching, guys, and I will see all of you top hatters in the next video. Ta-ra!